What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nasher, welcome back to the channel, and for today's video we're going to be taking a step back from Wild Survivors, because in this video I'm going to be talking about the brand new cards that will be in the next Yu-Gi-Oh set known as Duelist Nexus. But you guys are wondering, what are those new cards? Guess you guys will have to watch and find out. But not only that, I am also going to be talking about the brand new promo cards that have just been released over the course of the last month or so, and I never got around to talking about them, only because only because of the fact that you guys know there were other cards to talk about from not just from Wild Survivors, but also from Cyberstorm Access, and even also from Maze of Memories, which I did get my box, or actually rather, I actually pre-ordered my box from my partners over at Collector Store. Big shout outs to them. If you guys have not checked them out, be sure to check them out. The link and their address will be in the description below. If you guys have not pre-ordered your box, get it now, because I believe, even if the price of the box goes up, once you pre-order the box, the price is still the same. So make sure you guys get your box from them. The link to their website will be in the description below. But with that being said, hopefully you guys are ready for this video. If you guys are, and you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, which get posted every Tuesday and sometimes on Wednesdays and weekends, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. If you guys want to send fan mail, the info will be in the description as well. And the reason why I've been saying to subscribe to my channel a lot as of late is because we are right now 51 subs away from 200. That's absolutely insane. And as I said before, if this channel gets to 200 subs, I am opening up this Korean Strike of Neos box in its entirety on the channel. I know that the Korean versions might not be the most popular, but it is still a nostalgic set. Excuse me. Some incredible cards in here. I think with the Korean sets, you do get secret rares in here. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure, but if you guys want to see this get opened at 200 subs, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. But what if the channel gets to 1,000 subs? Yeah, I am going to open up my first edition Toon Chaos box. As you guys can tell right there, it is first edition. I actually got this from my partners at Collector Store on the week of its release 3 years ago. Never opened it, and I told myself I would never open up this box unless if the channel got to 1,000 subs. So if you guys want to see those boxes get open, subscribe to the channel, you guys, because I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna get some fire pulls. But with that being said, let's get straight into it, kicking things off with the brand new jump promos that have been announced. And the first one, and the first promo that we're going to be talking about is Magician of Sanctifaith, which is a 5-star light spellcaster with a flip effect with 600 attack, 800 defense, and the effect is a once per turn, and it reads upon the flip, you can target one spell in your grave, add it to your hand, then you can special summon a Magician of Faith or a Magician of Sanctifaith from your deck and face down defense. So this is a great way to this is literally Magician of Faith on steroids. That's all it is. Because with the original Magician of Faith, it's once it's flipped face up, you add a spell from your grave to your hand. with this, not only do you get to add a spell from your grave to your hand, but you also get to summon out either Magician of Faith or another Magician of Sancta Faith from your deck to your board face down, which is pretty awesome. I think spellbooks. Ironically enough, I think spellbooks can actually run this card, which is pretty cool. So that'll be pretty cool. But with that being said, there is a new jump promo that I do wanted to bring up. But the crazy thing is that it's basically a much more different version of Ultimate Offering, and we don't know, and we didn't know what it was. But now we know exactly what the card is, and the card is known as Terminal Offering. So it's a much more revitalized version of the original card known as Ultimate Offering, where with Ultimate Offering, you get to pay 500 life points and normal summon a monster from your hand. So with Ultimate Offering, you were able to do that. You were able to normal summon multiple times in a single turn, and you could also use it during the battle phase to summon out cards like Jinzo, cards like cards like your Monarchs, to just spam your board with a bunch of Monarchs, trigger off their effects, pay more life points, summon out more Monarchs, and just break your opponent's board that way. So we have now Terminal Offering, which obviously is a continuous trap, but unlike Ultimate Offering, this one has two separate effects, which are both once per turn. This one, it might be a bit interesting, to say the very least, because the first effect reads, during your main phase, you can pay 1,000 life points, you can conduct up to 3 normal summon or sets this turn, not just one. The second effect reads, during your opponent's battle phase, you can pay 500 life points, and after this effect resolves, normal summon a monster. So this basically just ensures that you're able to break your opponent's board and just combo up from there, which is absolutely nuts. I don't know if this card will change the meta. I think maybe Zodiac might end up using this the most, but there's another deck that can abuse this card. Yeah, Floowandereeze, because they rely so much on normal summoning that Terminal Offering can actually be used in that deck, which is going to be nasty. It is going to be a nasty deck with that card in it. But now we got to talk about the last one. But now we got to talk about not one but two more new promos that we're going to be talking about as well. And the first one is a brand new elemental hero that is known as Flame Wingman Infernal Rage, which is an 8-star Wind Warrior fusion with 2100 attack, 1200 defense, and requires 2 elemental heroes with different attributes. And it says must be fusion summon. And it has 2 separate effects, which are both once per turn. The first effect reads, if this card is special summoned, you can add one favorite card from your deck or grave to your hand. So I think cards like Favorite Hero would probably be one of them that you can add to your hand, which is pretty cool. The second effect reads, you can tribute this card if it was fusion summoned using a normal monster or monsters as material. Special summon a level 7 or lower E-Hero. Special summon a level 7 or lower elemental hero monster that cannot be normal summoned or set from your deck, or extra ignoring summoning conditions. So Flame Wingman is definitely going to be another card that you can definitely use off of Infernal Rage's effect, which is pretty cool. And what's even more hilarious is that there's a note underneath that says it's level 8 because Flame Wingman was level 8 in the anime originally. Favorite Contact and Favorite Hero are two of the cards that they can add off of its effect. So it's pretty cool. So what I find interesting about this one card in particular is that you can actually use this card to summon out Flame Wingman, and then activate was it Neo's Fusion? To send Neos and Flame Wingman to your graveyard and summon out Shiny Neos Wingman, which is a game changer. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty fucking crazy. And now for the last card, the last of the promos to talk about in this video, we have Link Decoder, which is a Dark Cyberse Link 1 with 300 attack, and its arrow is bottom, and requires a level 4 or lower Cyberse monster. And the effect is a once per turn, which reads, if this card is sent to the grave as Link material for a Cyberse Link monster with 2300 or more original attack, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. Not too shabby, you guys. Not too shabby. It's an okay card, but there is a way you can bring it back to your grave, and that is Alpha Psi Flame Lord Omega. But now we gotta talk about the brand new cards that will be in Duelist Nexus. But you guys are wondering, what are those new cards? Well, some new Stardust. We got some brand new Stardust support, including a brand new Shooting Quasar Dragon. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm having to look at the artworks of these cards, and holy shit, this is gonna be I'm telling you guys right now, I'm gonna be updating my Stardust deck in the next several weeks, perhaps even in the next month or so. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the deck is gonna be nasty. It is going to be extremely nasty with the new cards. So make sure you guys get ready for that. But first up, the first card that we're gonna be talking about is known as Wheel Synchron, which is a 5-star light machine tuner with 800 attack, excuse me, and 1000 defense, and its second and third effects are once per turn. The first effect reads, if you use this card on the field as synchro material, you can treat it as a non-tuner. Damn. That's pretty nasty. Being able to use a tuner as a non-tuner, that's pretty fucking nuts. That is pretty nuts. Excuse me. So you can basically use this card plus, let's say a level 3 tuner that's 8, and a random level 4 monster, and you basically can make Geomathmech Final Sigma just off of Wheel Synchron's effect, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy, you guys. Pretty crazy. The second effect reads: during your main phase, you cannot special summon monsters from the action deck for the rest of the turn except synchros. And after this effect resolves, normal summon a level 4 or lower monster. So this basically just gives you a double summon. That's all it is, which is pretty cool. The third effect reads: you can banish this card from your grave, target a synchro monster you control, decrease its level by up to 4. So this would basically give you access to go into Shooting Quasar Dragon a lot more faster, which is pretty nuts. Now we have Revolution Synchron, which actually kind of looks like Power Tool Dragon. It kind of looks like a chibi Power Tool Dragon, which is hilarious. Which is a 3-star Earth Machine tuner with 900 attack, 1400 defense, and the first effect is a once per turn, but the second effect is a once per duel. The first effect reads: if you synchro summon a Power Tool Synchro monster or a level 7 or a level 7 or 8 dragon synchro, this card in your hand can be used as material. Not much guys, I'm telling you, there's not much to say about that card, about that effect, except holy shit. Except holy shit. That might just be the card. This might just be the card to top any other Synchron tuner monster in the meta, which is pretty crazy. The second effect reads, if this card is in your grave and you control a level 7 or higher Synchro monster, you can send the top card of your deck to the grave, and if you do, special summon this card, and if you do that, its level becomes 1. So basically, this can basically work with Morphtronics, or it can work with pretty much any deck that uses up that has level 7 or higher Dragon Synchros in the deck. I don't think I'm gonna be putting this in the Stardust deck, just because of the fact that it can potentially be a brick, and also too, the second effect is essentially it just sets you up for imperm. That's all it does. If you get impermed, if this card were to get impermed and you wanted to summon, like, let's say as a random example, I'll say Stardust Dragon, let's say that. And Revolution Synchronous effect, second effect were to be triggered, once it gets impermed, you can't use it anymore. So it's a bit of a high rolly card, but it's still not too shabby. But now we have a brand new Quasar Dragon, which is known as Cosmic Quasar Dragon, which is a 12-star light dragon synchro with 4,000 attack and defense, so it has all the stats of shooting Quasar Dragon, and it requires a tuner synchro and two or more non-tuner synchro. So I believe, what would it be exactly? Like Formula Synchron. Let's see, Formula Synchron. Which is a 2-star. Stardust Dragon, if it became, or actually no, Junk Speeder and Junk Warrior would be one combination that you could use. Another combination that they can also use is Formula Synchron. Stardust Dragon, if you reduced its level to if you reduced its level to 4, plus Stardust Charge Warrior, which is a level 6, that's actually not too bad. So it's pretty easy to make this card. Let's see. Must first be special summon with the above synchro materials, and it has 2 separate effects. The first effect reads, once per turn, you can target face-up cards on the field up to the number of monsters used as synchro material for this card, plus 1, negate their effects. This effect and its activation cannot be negated. So it's essentially going to be a dark. It's essentially imperm, but for each monster, for each synchro material that was used to summon Quasar, which is actually pretty cool. The second effect reads, which is a quick effect. You can banish this synchro summon card. Special summon a Dragon Synchro that lists two or more non-tuner synchros as material from your action deck, which is treated as a synchro summon. So what's even more hilarious is that you can actually activate cards like Different Dimension Reincarnation to resummon the Quasar Dragon, and you basically have not only would you have shooting Quasar Dragon, but you would also have Cosmic Quasar Dragon as well, which are Omni Negates, which is absolutely insanity. absolutely insanity. But if you think that's insane, get this, guys, okay? Another Synchro Monster. So, we've had Ultima Izulkin. We've had Bish Balkan as well. We've had the Duel Link Dragon as well. And they all resemble the Crimson... They all resemble the Crimson Dragon. Yeah. Now we have a Synchro that's known as the Crimson Dragon. And I never thought I would ever be bringing it up. Guys, I'm telling you, this is going to be probably one of the nastiest decks I've ever built with Stardust. It's going to be nasty. Just nasty. You guys, trust me, guys. It's a 12-star Light Dragon Synchro with 0 attack and defense, and requires a tuner and 1 or more non-tuners. Both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads, if this card is special summoned, you can add a spell or trap that mentions the Crimson Dragon from your deck to your hand. Spell and Trap Rhoda. I'm definitely gonna have to look up some ideas for this deck. I may have to keep this article, just so when I update my Stardust deck, I'll be able to have an idea of how many copies I need of each card. So this will be pretty cool. But still, Spell and Trap Rhoda, not too shabby. The second effect, which is a quick effect, reads, you can target a level 7 or higher Synchro monster on the field, except this card. Return this card to the extra deck, and if you do spell summon a Dragon Synchro with the same level from your extra deck, which is treated as a Synchro summon. Damn. Okay, so you could basically tribute... You could legit tribute Ancient Fairy Dragon, or actually, let me rephrase that. You can compulse Ancient Fairy Dragon for Power Tool Dragon or Black Rose Dragon. You could compulse Red Dragon Archfiend, or in my case with my Dark World deck, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend for Blackwing Dragon or Stardust Dragon. There ain't much else to say about this card. Although to be fair, I'm not so sure if the Stardust deck will be able to use this card, just because of the fact that I don't have it. I think it's just because of the fact that my Stardust deck only has Stardust Dragon as its main card. I'll have to take a look. Let's see. Go to my Stardust deck. Yes, actually, funny enough, yeah. So I could potentially tribute a card like say Shooting Star Dragon Tech Genius Expansion, and I can compulse it back to my extra deck for Stardust Dragon, which is kind of okay, but it's kind of iffy. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Not much else to say about that. But next up we have Synchro Over Top, which is a normal spell, and both of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads, target any number of level 7 and or 8 Dragon Synchros in your grave, special summon them in defense, but their levels become 1, their effects are negated, and you cannot special summon a monster from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Synchros. The second effect reads, when your Synchro monster is destroyed by battle, you can banish the card from your grave, special summon the Crimson Dragon from your extra deck. Ooh, damn. Well, I mean, now you got 2 ways to summon out that card. Now you've got two ways. Although, to be fair, it is a bit of, this card is a bit of a high rolly card because of the fact that there's been a lot of decks in the current meta nowadays that are running Ghost Belt in the main because of the interactions with not just with Kashtira, but also with Runix as well, and just also Fluent the Reeds, which is still a pretty nasty deck in that's still in the format. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to say the very least. So you're definitely gonna want to have cards like cards like Mind Drain in the deck, just because Mind Drain can easily stop hand traps, and they won't be able to interact with this card, which is pretty cool. Next up we have Synchro World, which is a field spell, and it has two separate effects. It says the first effect, three effects. Sorry, the first effect reads: each time a monster or monster is a synchro summon, place 2 signal counters on this card. You can remove 4, 7, or 10 signal counters from your field to activate one of these effects. 4. Increase or decrease the level of a face-up monster you control by 1. 7. Special summon a tuner from your grave. 10. Special summon a synchro from your grave. So it's essentially Monster Reborn, but for synchros or tuners, which is pretty cool. The third effect reads: if this card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon the Crimson Dragon from your extra deck. Well, now you got 3 ways. Having Synchro materials on board, Synchro World, or actually, sorry, Synchro Overtop, and now Synchro World. That's pretty cool. I think this card might just be a bit more useful than some of the others, but still, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, did I say 3 ways? I meant 4 I meant 4 ways because the last card is Scrap Iron Idol. Yeah, and I never thought we would ever get a new Scrap Iron support. Who would have ever thought? And it's a normal trap that has 2 separate effects. The first effect reads: target one of your level 7 or 8 dragon synchros that is banished or in your grave. Special summon it, but return it to the extra during the end phase. And also after that, set this card face down instead of sending it to the grave. So you basically just have ways to resummon your synchros, and you can just combo off from there. Just reset it, summon, reset. It's a never-ending cycle. This is going to be a nasty card. The second effect reads: if this set card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, special summon the Crimson Dragon from your extra deck. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that the Stardust deck might just be the new meta. And I'm not going to say anything else about it, except holy shit. Except holy shit. Like, that is just a nasty... Oh my god, this is going to be a nasty deck to build. This is going to be nasty, guys. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be nasty. But, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Which brings me to the question of the day, which is this. What are you guys' thoughts on the new Stardust cards? And do you think Stardust will become a meta deck with these new cards? Let me know down in the comments below. And that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more videos like this in the future, which get posted every Tuesday and sometimes on Wednesdays and weekends, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all of my social media. My @s will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.